Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As we get into our golden years, we start to notice things we used to take for granted. Maybe your legs feel heavy after a short walk, or your feet are always cold, even under the covers. If you've looked for help, you've probably seen 1,000 different supplements claiming to be a miracle cure. Most of them? Honestly, they're just expensive filler. Today, we're cutting through the noise. I'm going to share with you the circulation Trinity, the only 3 specific compounds your body actually needs to open up those constricted vessels and get the blood flowing like a river again. And stick around, because the third one has a very specific timing rule. If you take it at the wrong time, you're basically throwing your money away. Let's dive in. Let's start with the foundation. I call vitamin B3, or niacin, the cleanup crew. Think of your circulatory system as the plumbing in an older, beautiful home. Over time, the pipes can get narrow and a bit sticky. Niacin does 2 incredible things. First, it's a potent natural vasodilator. That's a fancy way of saying it tells the muscular walls of your arteries to relax and widen. Imagine turning a cramped 2-lane country road into a wide 4-lane highway. Suddenly, the traffic your blood can move much faster with less pressure. Second, it tackles sticky blood. It helps improve the texture of your blood, making it less viscous so it glides through those newly widened pipes. Now here's the catch. To get these results, you cannot use the non-flushing versions you see at the supermarket. You need the flushing-type pure nicotinic acid. When you take it, you'll feel a warmth, a redness on your skin. Don't panic, that's actually the magic happening. It's the sign that your smallest capillaries are opening up for the first time in years. How to take it? Start low. Respect your body. Start with 250 milligrams once a day with a meal. After 2 weeks, if you're comfortable with the warmth, you can move to 500 milligrams. That is the sweet spot for vascular health. But remember, always have a quick chat with your doctor first, especially if you're on blood pressure medication. Now that we've widened the pipes, we need to talk about the pipes themselves. Think of a brand new garden hose. It's flexible, it bounces back. Now think of an old hose left in the sun. It's brittle and hard. That's what happens to our arteries due to calcification. This is where vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, comes in. I call it the traffic cop. So your body sometimes sends calcium to the wrong places, and instead of your bones, it ends up in your artery walls, making them stiff like concrete. K2 MK7 activates a special protein called MGP. Think of MGP as a tiny biological vacuum cleaner that sucks the rogue calcium out of your arteries and redirects it back into your bones where it belongs. The result? Your vessels become soft, supple, and youthful again. The dosage. You're looking for 100 to 300 micrograms of K2 MK7 daily. It's fat-soluble, so take it with a nice piece of salmon or a bit of healthy oil to make sure it's absorbed perfectly. Finally, we have the opening signal. We all know vitamin C for colds, but for seniors, it is a vascular powerhouse. It's the primary fuel for something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is your body's master relaxer. It's the gas pedal for blood flow. Without enough vitamin C, your blood vessel lining the endothelium can't produce the signal to stay open. Here is the secret I teased earlier. Timing is everything. You must take your vitamin C in the morning and early afternoon. Why? First, it can be slightly stimulating, and we know how precious sleep is at our age. We don't want to be wide awake at 2 a.m. Second, your body needs that nitric oxide support during the day when you are standing, walking, and active. The strategy. Take 1,000 milligrams with breakfast and another 1,000 milligrams with lunch. Look for buffered or liposomal vitamin C. It's much gentler on the stomach than standard ascorbic acid. So let's recap the Trinity. First, niacin B3, the cleanup crew, to widen the pipes. Second, K2 MK7, the flexibility fixer to remove the concrete calcium. And third, vitamin C, the opening signal to keep the flow moving during the day. Stop wasting money on multivitamins that only give you a dusting of these nutrients. You need these therapeutic doses to see a real change. Give yourself 90 days. This is a point I really want to emphasize because we live in a world of instant gratification. But your vascular system doesn't work like a light switch, it works like a garden. This isn't a miracle pill or a temporary fix. It's a deep repair process for your internal infrastructure. Think about it this way. It took years, perhaps decades, for calcium to settle in your arteries, or for your vessels to lose their elasticity. It is only fair to give your body a few months of consistent support to reverse that trend. In the first week, you might only notice the niacin flush. Don't get discouraged. That warmth is the first sign of life returning to those tiny, dormant capillaries in your toes and fingertips. By the end of the first month, the synergy between the vitamin C and niacin starts to stabilize. This is when many of our viewers report that heavy leg feeling beginning to lift. You might find yourself walking to the mailbox or around the block without needing to stop and rest as often. By month 2, the vitamin K2 is working hard behind the scenes. It is quietly moving that calcium out of your soft tissues. You won't feel this happening, but you'll notice the results. Your blood pressure may become easier to manage, and your legs will feel more resilient. When you hit that 90-day mark, that is where the magic really happens. This is the stage of sustained improvement. Your feet feel warmer because the blood isn't just trickling through. It's flowing. You have more energy because your heart doesn't have to pump against stiff, narrow pipes anymore. This is about more than just vitamins. It's about reclaiming the freedom to enjoy your retirement, to play with your grandkids, and to enjoy those long walks in the park without pain or heaviness. Now, I often get asked, can I just take a multivitamin instead? And I have to be honest with you, the answer is no. Most standard multivitamins contain just a dusting of these ingredients, barely enough to prevent a deficiency disease like scurvy or rickets. They don't provide the therapeutic, high-dose concentrations we've discussed today. To see a dramatic transformation in your circulation, you need the specific dosages of niacin, K2, MK7, and vitamin C that we've outlined. Another common question is about consistency. What happens if you miss a day? While the world won't end, consistency is truly the secret sauce, especially with vitamin K2, which needs to build up in your system to keep those calcium vacuums running 24/7. Try to make it a ritual. Put your supplements next to your coffee maker or your toothbrush, whatever helps you remember that your vascular health is a daily priority. I also want to remind you to stay hydrated. These vitamins are powerful, and water is the medium that allows your blood to flow. Drinking enough water ensures that the sticky blood niacin is trying to fix has the best chance of becoming smooth and fluid. Before we go, please remember that your journey is unique. Listen to your body. If the niacin flush feels too intense, stay at the lower dose for a bit longer. If you're on medications, keep your doctor in the loop. This is your health, and you are the captain of the ship. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It's an honor to be part of your daily routine and to help you navigate the complexities of health in our later years. If you found this deep dive helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach other seniors who might be struggling with these same issues. And if you haven't already, join the routine family by hitting that subscribe button. We have a lot more coming up on how to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your energy high. Here's to healthy flow, lighter legs, and many more beautiful walks in the park. I'll see you in the next video.